awesome to be here with you guys today. So I just recently got in from Northern California, where I was living and working on an education-based farm called Blackbird Farm, which is part of a nonprofit that works with at-risk teenagers. And high school students from all over the country would come to Blackbird as part of an 11-day program where they would learn about sustainable living and emotional health. My position here is a full-time gardener as well as a garden educator. And aside from teaching gardening classes to our students, I also had the privilege of hosting a workshop on creative self-expression and sharing your passion with the world. And this workshop got the students more excited than anything else that I did with them on the farm. And after noticing this session after session, I began to realize that there's something universal within human beings, where we instinctively recognize the importance of sharing who we truly are with the world. And I say this in reference to activism, because if you bring who you truly are to the forefront of your life, you will inspire more positive change by doing this than you will by doing anything else. And this has been demonstrated time and time again by the great revolutionaries that have walked this planet. And hosting these workshops really hit home for me. As a child and as a teenager, I really deeply struggled with authentic expression. And I was somebody who constantly wanted to hide from the world. Now, I grew up with a very weak personality structure and was literally terrified of everything that crossed my path. And this made me very attracted to the whole idea of spiritual transcendence, because it brought me relief to feel like I could identify with something beyond myself and beyond my environment. So spirituality became this kind of safe haven for me where I felt like I could hide from life. But the more I grew along my journey, the more confining this safe haven began to feel. And I remember spending hours in my room watching Abraham Hicks on YouTube and reading my Eckhart Tolle books with my crystals. And then I would go out into the world and I would just totally shut down at a job or a social gathering. And after seeing this pattern repeat itself, I realized that something needed to change. The great spiritual teacher Osho once said that the question is not whether there is or isn't a God, but whether or not I can become God. For if I cannot become God, then there is no point in spirituality at all. Now, Osho isn't talking about spirituality in the terms of transcending anything, but rather in the terms of embodiment. He's basically saying that spirituality is a contact sport, and that it requires us to bring our innermost being to the forefront of our lives. Now, this is quite different from how I approached spirituality much earlier in my journey. And what I'm about to tell you guys is the same thing that I told my students when I was hosting these workshops. And it's that each and every single one of you has a treasure that is inherently within you. And this treasure yearns to be expressed through you so that it may be shared with the world. Why do you think it feels so good when you act upon your passion? Because that's your inner you, speaking through your internal guidance system, saying, hey, I'm here. Keep doing this thing that you love to do because it's an expression of who I am, and I want to be shared with the world. Bring your passions to the forefront of your life, and you will ignite a fire in the hearts of all those around you. And that is the foundation for genuine, positive change. Now let's take a look at some of the great revolutionaries that have walked this planet. Dr. Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Jesus Christ. Let's take a look at some of the great artists as well. Johann Sebastian Bach, Frida Kahlo, John Lennon. These people were responsible for catalyzing major social, political, artistic, and spiritual movements. They were some of the most effective activists that have ever walked this planet. And what made them so effective was their willingness to bring who they truly were to the forefront of their lives. And these people are significant for us, not only in the terms of what they contributed to humanity in the forms of profound teachings and beautiful works of art, but they're significant for what they symbolize to us on a very deep and personal level, which is the expression of one's soul, of one's true uniqueness through the human form and the power that comes with its expression. So you want to ignite positive change in the world? Be who you are. Be who you are to the fullest extent that you can. True spirituality is a contact sport. And who you are on a deep soul level, and that which resides within the very depths of your heart, is worth sharing with the world. For this is the seat of your divinity. And divinity, by its very nature, is something that is shared. So we might as well just honor that and share it openly. Thank you guys so much.